O'clock for those of you on the West Coast, and we are here for another exciting Grommet Live. We have, I think, 6 products that we're going to be talking about and sharing here today. We got some of the founders that are jumping on live. What an exciting way to end the week. And this is actually your second Grommet Live of the week. You had a very special Women's Inventors show this week. Talk to me a little bit about that. How'd that go? And why are we spotlighting women this month as well?
Funny you should ask, Greg. Let me tell you why we are spotlighting women with a very special Tuesday night edition of Grommet Live. So we did do it last Tuesday on February 6th. We're doing it again next Tuesday. So I hope that you guys all tune in, because actually this show was a ton of fun, and we did have so many of the makers in there. And this last one was sort of a Valentine's gifting one. But to answer Greg's question, the reason why we are doing special Women Invented shows this month is because this is National Women Inventors Month. And in my world, this is a very big deal because I am all about female entrepreneurship, women entrepreneurs. Women inventors are a female inventor or entrepreneur, or even if you just have an idea for a product and you're kind of toying around with the idea of turning it into a real product, I would love for you to join. And it is completely free. And I think our producer, Jen, I'm going to have her put the link to join. It is basically a Facebook group, but it's very active, and there's close to 1,000 women in there now. And it is just so much fun, but also so much support and accountability and tools and resources to help you on your journey in bringing a product to life. So it's a very big passion project of mine. And I love the month of February because it gives me an opportunity to really shine a light on all these phenomenal female founders and women inventors who have really pushed fear aside and taken that idea and their dream and made it happen. And so many of them are right here on the Grommet. I think, Greg, over 100.
Yeah,
Right
it's
now,
it's over a quarter of all products on the Grommet are female founders, and that's only the ones we know about, right? Like, because not all of them self-identify, and so it's just super cool. And so there's going to be you did the one on Tuesday night. We have another one coming up this Tuesday night. So Tuesdays and Fridays over the next couple of weeks, you're going to be seeing a lot of Marcy sharing some really, really cool products, really, really cool stories. But today the focus is all on the products that launched this week. Yesterday, we had 20 new products launch on the Grommet. And right now in the top spot, we got Soap Anchor, who we are going to be talking about here today. We have some really, really cool products that launched, 20 of them in all. And we're going to be talking about six or seven of them here today, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. And for those new to the Grommet, the best way that you can go and support these makers, I'm going to blow this up a little bit. The first thing you can do is just give them an upvote. Just come over to the site, click this little upvote button. The confetti will go, and you will get a 20% off discount code to go buy the product. That's a great discount because most of these makers, as Marcy can attest to, they don't offer any discounts, or it's usually 10%, something like that. If you join their email list, you get 20% off to try these products and support these makers. You can also go into their page, learn more about the product. And one of our favorite things to look at, Marcy and I, is when you scroll down and you click on this Our Story, you can learn all about the maker and all about the founder, which is super important to us, the people behind the products, which is so, so cool. And that is a big part of what we're going to be doing here today. You'll see QR codes that'll take you to all the pages as we go live as well. And the last little bit of housekeeping, Marcy's favorite part of the show, is the giveaways. I'm going to go throw that QR code up. Oh, it's already there, and tell people how they can win some of today's amazing products.
That QR code right there is how you are going to win. But you have 2 ways to win. So you can use that QR code to enter. And a second way to win, or to get a second opportunity, so in other words, 2 entries, is you're going to say giveaway in the chat. All you have to do is say giveaway, and that's going to give you a second entry. So definitely get in there in the chat. It's a good way to get the chat going too, because that really is the best part of live shopping, is hearing from you guys. We've got the inventor behind one of our products, the Kini, which I'm going to give you a little sneak peek right there. They're already in here. So all of the inventors come into the chat, and you get to ask them questions and give them virtual high fives, and kind of vote on your favorites. So it's so much fun. And so we really want to get that going in the chat. the other great thing about the chat and what the Grommet is all about is really kind of amplifying the stories of all of these independent inventors and makers that in the real world of e-commerce can sometimes get buried because there's so many big companies out there spending so much money on ads and things like that. And so the Grommet gives them a platform to really get their product out there. And if you're chiming in the chat, that's building the algorithm so that Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're tuning in from, that they're going to start pushing it out to more people when they see that the chat is active. So I really want to encourage people to get in there, give their comments, ask questions so that more and more people can see these awesome products and hear the stories of these amazing inventors and makers.
Love that. Join that giveaway above Marcy's head over in the corner. We'll be going through and giving away one product at the halfway point and one at the end. So make sure that you guys chime in. And with that said, I think it is time to talk about our first product of the day. This one is super cool. It's not quite beach season. Maybe it is in Florida and California. Marcy and I are on the coasts, right? But if you're in like Boston right now, you're like, it's freezing outside. I'm still wearing my jackets. But we're starting to think about spring break. We're starting to think about some cruises. We're starting to think about going to some tropical places. And this brand, this maker has created something really, really cool. And I hope that I pronounce it right. The Avkara Earth Lounger. The hardest part about showcasing this one live is that it's huge. It is like a huge, like almost like beach towel, beach blanket that goes on the ground with an inflatable seat, which I think is so cool. Marcy, I know you've had a chance to unpack this. You've got the bag right there. I'm going to let you tell everybody why you're excited to take this on your next vacation.
Well, it's funny because when this showed up, literally, and I'm not making this up at all, probably 15 minutes before I opened the box, my son Colin and I are going on a cruise. We're actually leaving, it's in 9 days or 8 days. And we're one of the destinations that we're going to is Cabo San Lucas. And last time we were there, we didn't have beach chairs. And my son literally said to me 15 minutes before I opened the box, Mom, could we rent beach chairs this time when we're in Cabo? And I said, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Let's do that. And then I opened the box and lo and behold is this guy right here. I'm going to try to show you closer. And so, yeah, it is a big, giant beach blanket. I love the colors. It just puts me in the vacation mode just when I opened it. But the magic to this is that, as Greg said, it has, and as you're seeing there in the picture right there, it does have that inflatable backrest, and it's massive. It's big. So my son and I could lay against it together. I love that it's dual-sided too. So you could have someone on the back leaning against it and someone on the front leaning against it. And the fact that it's very, very lightweight. So though it's a big bag, it weighs next to nothing. And so I can have it all, kind of condensed down in that bag. And Greg, come back to me for 1 second because I want to show you how you pump this thing up. Well, there's two options because that was one of my concerns is I don't know, just the thought of taking this somewhere and then having to deal with pumping it up and how big is that pump going to be. And they definitely do have a pump like you're seeing right here. This is that foot pump. But what I am obsessed with and love so much, it comes in this little cute little bag right here. This little bad boy is called the Tiny Pump. Look how big it is. It's teeny, teeny, tiny. And yet it can very quickly blow up the entire backrest. And I'm going to turn it on. So you just charge it right there with the USB-C. And it comes, of course, with that. And then on the bottom is a little button. And I'm going to press that. So you can hear it. But look how powerful it is. I mean, I could just dry my hair if I want to. So you can imagine how quickly this works. And again, this weighs next to nothing too. And comes in this cute little bag. I think I'm probably going to be using this for lots of different things as the more I think about it. But I love that it just makes it so easy to transport this and then blow it up in a few seconds. And you are just lounging on the beach somewhere tropical. And to Greg's point, it's cold everywhere. But I do think so many of us are planning vacations, whether it is spring break. We have something, it's so ridiculous. I hate to even say it. It's that ridiculous. It's called Ski Week. That's when we're going on the cruise. Is I guess our school district, because so many people would go skiing, they just decided to create a ski week. And so we're not skiing on Ski Week. We are going to sit on the beach somewhere fun.
I
And this
love
is
that.
the
And
perfect thing
what I
to
think
win.
is really cool about this is you have the seat part of it, but it's also a giant blanket, right? To throw on the
Yes.
sand, to throw on the ground. Again, I talked about this. We had a different product in the same category a few weeks ago, and I was like, man, for like baseball games, soccer games, football games with the kids, and there's no bleachers or stands, or you don't want to be next to all the parents. Like having a big blanket like this to throw on the grass, to throw on the sand, and now you have the seat for the back. I love this product. And you guys can see on the right-hand side, a couple things. One is 20% off is a big deal on this product, right? It's a $119 product. Because of the Grommet discount, it knocks it all the way down to $95, which is an incredible deal on this product. And what you could do right now, get out your phone, open up the camera app, and hit that QR code, open up the page. I'm going to bring up the page really quickly because I want you guys to see this. We had the maker sent us this really cute video. Alex sent this to us yesterday. So if you want to learn why she created it, she actually created it while pregnant with her second child, and she was going to the beach and she couldn't sit and couldn't get comfortable. And so she designed something just for her, which was a major problem. And now she's helping so many people with this great product. So make sure you check out her story. This is one of the coolest parts about the Grommet is all of these makers, their stories, why they created their product, how they're trying to make their life a little bit better, which is super cool. Let me get this off screen. Marcy's holding it up there. Again, the cutest colors, huge discount. Let me get that QR code back up for you guys. Love this product. Again, you're planning something, that beach trip, that spring break trip, add this. And even if you're not ready to get it now, maybe you're thinking for the summer, something like that, give them an upvote. It adds it to your My Votes tab, and it'll save that 20% discount for you for whenever you're ready to use it. Love this product. What a cool way to start the show today.
And the other thing, you brought up a good point about going to kids' games and things like that. And we do in our area, there's a lot of concerts in the park and movies in the park. And I think what a perfect, you're lounging, you're comfy. It's, an air-filled backrest, and yet also a big mat to be able to kind of have a picnic on or whatnot. So I love it. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait to use it. So I will report back with a little video of Colin and I using our Avcara. I hope we are pronouncing that right.
Love that. The Earth Lounger. Go check that one out. What a cool way to start the show today. I love it, love it, love it. All right, moving into our next product. I know this is one of Marcy's favorites. We've talked about this a few months ago, and we wanted to revisit it here this week. For those that have trouble sleeping, right? Or you just want to get into a deeper sleep. You want to, really make that connection. These guys have some incredible sleep products. They have a product called the Dodo. They have what we're going to be talking about today. They have stuff for the kids to help them get into a better sleep rhythm. This is the Whom Band, and I have mine down here. Last time we did this, I actually didn't have mine yet. It was still in transit. So I have mine today, and
have you tried it for real?
Oh, I love this so much. I've used it a few times, and it has speakers built into it that, like binaural beats or white noise or whatever that you want to like program into it. And it blacks out the room, makes your brain like just relax, and it puts you to sleep. Big fan of these. And so, Marcy, I know you're a big fan as well. We wanted to have these guys back on Grommet Live. So tell everybody all about the Whom Band and what we need to know about this device here today.
Well, I'm so glad you have yours. I left mine sitting on my nightstand, which is where it is every single night, because I really do use it all the time. And I could do the best testimonial for them because I have become a napper since the Whom Band, and I could never nap before. But this thing, and Greg, I want you to show it when you come back. No hurry, but the thickness of the padding around the eyes is magic, because it's so soft and so cushy that it feels amazing on. Where I was someone that was not ever wanting to wear a mask because I felt too constricted, but it is just a pillow, like a cloud cushion on your face. And so it really actually feels amazing when you put it on. It completely blacks out the room. And then the speakers that Greg was talking about, they are almost paper thin, because I was thinking speakers on my ears, because I'm a side sleeper, and I'm thinking that's just going to be so uncomfortable. How's that going to work? And when I put it on, you would never know there is a speaker there, other than that you have the most incredible sound coming from these speakers. And Greg talked about how you can program it however you want. It is tied to an app that does come with the Whom Band. And within that app are all different kinds of sounds and stories and meditations. I love all the noises that you talked about. My new fave is the brown noise. I don't know if anyone in the chat, do you listen to brown noise to fall asleep? I would love to know if anybody else has tried that. They also have the pink noise, but the brown noise my college son turned me on to one night when he and I both couldn't sleep. And we listened to that and we went to sleep so fast. And so now my mom, my stepmom, so many people in my life listen to brown noise every single night to fall asleep. And you just have the most sound sleep. And so I do embarrass my family when we go on an airplane. I do bring my home band and I wear it, and it is a little on the larger side, but I don't care because it just transports me to another world and just puts me in such peace. It is so wonderful. And in my opinion, and it's completely unisex and all different ages, it's the most wonderful gift you could give someone, because you really are giving someone the gift of relaxation and sleep. And who doesn't need and appreciate that? So very, very amazing product.
Yeah,
Love
great
it.
product. You brought up some great points. Like you said, the thickness around the nose. So again, my thing with masks is I'm a side sleeper. And so when I side sleep, I don't want something like pressing against into my face. With this, it's really just like extra padding, almost like a pillow that's like,
Yeah.
pressing up against my face. Really cool. You don't even notice. Like I had to do like a double take that there's speakers even in here. They are just this little circle, almost
Mhm.
like they put a quarter inside of the mask
Yep.
that acts as the speaker. And then Marcy also mentioned they have an app. It's got over 100 hours of sleep inducing content. We talked about like brown noise, white noise. We talked about like binaural beats, things like that. But they also have meditations. They have breathing exercises, like before you go to sleep, like doing some box breathing or just doing some slow meditative breathing. Really, really cool product. And again, big Grommet discount. We started off with two items on the pricier side here at Grommet. It's an $80 item that you can get for $63 because of the Grommet discount. The only place you can get it. Take out your phone. I can see you guys doing it. I see it at the top. Someone scan this QR code. Get out your phone, open the camera app, hit that QR code. This will make for a really good present. This makes something obviously great for yourself. If I wear an Aura ring, so when I start to notice that my sleep decreasing or not, my sleep score is not being where I want to be, I go back to something like this that can really help put me to sleep, knock me out, and really cool product. I love these guys.
Greg, would you turn it around so you can show the eye cushions? How that Yeah, so see how like your eyelashes, your like nothing touches the mask because of the way it's designed, and it's so cushy around here. It actually feels so good when you put it on. I like it. Just I'll be all stressed and I put it on, I'm like, just takes me to that place, and I like that a lot.
Great product. Love these guys. So yeah, think about maybe someone in your family. I know we're talking in the chat, like people are saying like my son has trouble sleeping. Like think about the person who has trouble sleeping in your life. Great gift. I mean, what better gift than good sleep, right? Like especially as you get a little bit older. Maybe your kids don't need perfect, 8-hour sleep to survive during the day, but we definitely do. So love this product. Great brand. Love supporting these guys and what they are doing. Let's go one more, and then we're going to do a giveaway. This one just launched, I think last week, and they came in. I got to find mine. I fell in love with this
Oh,
instantly. This is the Meteor massage ball,
oh
and we've had a couple like foam rollers, different versions of like foam rollers, like balls. This thing vibrates and heats up so quickly. It feels so good. There are at least they got sent to me were two different sizes. There was a larger and a smaller one. I personally love the small one, especially for like right here on the back of the neck and the shoulders, top of the shoulders. I've been using it on, the legs, the thighs, the hips, like that whole area. This product is so cool. I've actually never had something that was like a massage ball and like a foam roller type device all in one. As like in CrossFit, like we would always take like lacrosse balls and just put them like right there and just try to work it. But the massaging and the heat is a game changer on this. And I know you were saying you were in love with this product as well. What stuck out to you when you got this one?
I I actually had this with me at the dinner table last night, and I just put it on my lumbar. I always get a knot right back there, and I just sat with it against the chair. What is so cool about this was on Kickstarter, and I watched their Kickstarter video, and it's really, really well done. But when you think about it, this is really the combination. It's like an all-in-one recovery tool because it's a combination of kind of what you said, Greg. It is like a foam roller, but it's also like a massage ball. And then it also is heated. So it heats up to 120 degrees and it feels so good. So you're combining that heat. You're also getting that vibration, which is known to, and I don't know all the tech verbiage behind it, but it's really known to really help recovery and help, muscle pains and you name it. So you're getting the heating, you're getting the massaging, 4 different levels of massage. And then you're also getting that pressure point that you get from foam rollers or any kind of different. I mean, I would imagine if you're someone who's over 40, even maybe even 30, that you probably have lots of different tools that you use for your aches and pains and different things, whether it's foam rollers or massage tools or whatever it is. This kind of brings them all together into one. So you're getting all the different benefits of each one of those tools, but all you need is this. And I watched the Shark Tank that it was on, and my gosh, did those sharks go nuts for this. They were all fighting over it. Mark Cuban sometimes he gets his feelings hurt, I think. And when he does, he says, I'm out, because he didn't, the other person, the inventor wanted to hear the other takes, and he said, I'm out. So he was the only one that dropped out, but only because of that. He really wanted in. And then ultimately, in the end, they did a deal with Lori Grenier. So, and this just has taken off. Greg, I tend to agree with, I don't know. I do have both the large and the small. I do agree with you. I like the smaller. It's called the mini, especially for this knot right here that I get. They also, if you go to their website, they have almost like a fanny pack looking thing that you can put over and position that ball wherever your ache or pain is. So it can go around your waist, it can go around your shoulder. So you're not having to hold it or push against something. The strap itself holds it tight against and gives you that massage and that heat that we all know and love. So it is really brilliant. I also love that you can travel with it. It is TSA approved, so you can bring this right on the airplane with you, which I will actually be doing. I have lots of airplane travel coming up. So I really, really love this. And clearly the quality and the execution and the packaging, which is around here somewhere. I just had it. I don't know where it is. But they have done just a brilliant, brilliant job. And there's lots of videos talking about all the different benefits of it, from massage and recovery that you can find. But I just am so excited about this. And I look forward to using it with my mom, who's 83 now, but because it does have those 4 levels, it can get really intense, but it also can be softer. And I'll show you some of those levels. Maybe you can hear them. That's level 1. And then level 2, level 3, on up to level 4. And then you also have the heat button there as well. So really like this.
Really cool. The one tip I saw that when we were using it, we were trying to figure out the heat portion of it. And it does say, give it a couple minutes to heat up. It shouldn't take really long, but it could take 2-3 minutes to get to the optimal temperature for you. So we were just like, oh, it's not heating up. And then all of a sudden we were like, whoa, it's hot. And then it does feel really, really good. So yeah, find the size that works for you. The other thing that I thought was really cool, you mentioned went from Kickstarter to Shark Tank, which we love those stories, right? Kickstarter, finding people that want to back the product and be a part of it is amazing. Going to Shark Tank, we were big fans of the sharks here, but it was actually started as a college research project that included Olympians. An Olympic marathoner is part of the team, Jared Ward. And so I love those stories, right? Like these, hey, let's just do a college research project. And all of a sudden we're on Kickstarter, we're on Shark Tank, we're on Grommet, like super cool. I love what these guys are doing. So make sure that you hit that QR code, head over to the Grommet, get your 20% off discounts. It takes it from $139 to $111. I believe it is a site-wide coupon code. So whether you want the mini or the large, both of them you can get at 20% off for being on Grommet. And so, yeah, great job to the Meteor Massage Ball folks. Big fans here at Grommet. All right.
Now, Greg, I have
go
a
ahead.
quick question, because I know that the company is Myostorm, right? So is it still being called the Meteor, I guess is what I'm wondering? Is that what you have?
The actual product is the Meteor Massage Ball is the name of the actual product. Myostorm is the company. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for that.
Super cool.
Good job,
We're at
Myostorm.
halfway point, which is one of our favorite times. We forgot to decide this at the beginning. So you want to give away the first one? You want me to do it?
I'll do it.
All right. Well, so as you guys know, over Marcy's head in that corner, we have that QR code to enter the giveaway. Click that QR code, takes you to a link. Just enter your name, your email, some really basic information, mostly so we can contact you when you win. And obviously, we have a second way for you to enter the contest, which is get in the comments. Whether you're on, I know it's weird sometimes because some people are watching on YouTube, some are watching on Facebook, some are watching on LinkedIn, some are watching on Marcy's channel, some are watching on the Grommet's channel. So you might think that you're watching by yourself. You're really not. There's people all over. And the cool thing about the streaming platform we use is we get to see it all behind the scenes. So we see all the comments come in. So even though you might think you're watching or commenting alone, you are not. There's tons of you with lots of great stuff coming in. So in the chat of wherever you are, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever, just say, I want to enter the giveaway. I want to win something. Tell us which product you want to win. We've only done 3. We have 3 more to go after this break. So, Marcy, I'm going to turn it over to you, and let's give something away.
I mean, this one is really hard because what is not to love about all 3? They're all 3 amazing. I will say that I gave the home band away the last time we had them on, so I'm not going to do that one. I am so torn, but I think I'm going to do this one. I just think it is so fun, and how fun for somebody to have this show up at their doorstep after winning the giveaway. So I'm going to do this, and the winner is, and again, as everyone was saying, go ahead and put giveaway into the chat, because even after this one, we have another one at the end. So definitely do that, because I want you guys that are on live, I want somebody to win. And so this one goes to Sharon Garcia. Congratulations, Sharon. And our producer, Jen, will get in touch with you so we can get your shipping information, and we will get one of those out to you.
Oh, I love that. Congratulations, Sharon. Hopefully you're watching. We got a ton of people now jumping into the comments saying, I want to win something, like after you give something away. So let's make sure that we continue to play in the chat, and we will give some more stuff away as we go. Congratulations. And of course, if you didn't win, head on over to the Grommet, upvote these products, and get your 20% discount to try them out. And we will be doing one more giveaway at the end of the show today. With that, we're going to move into the second half of our show. Excuse me. And I think we have both founders of this product on. I just bumped them up because I know one of them is like at the airport trying to get on a flight. So I wanted to talk about this really cool product. It is the Keeney wireless motion sensor, and I've had mine outside of my office. I took it off for the sake of the live stream here today, and you can see the little red light just went off because it found me, and it just shot me a text message and just said, movement detected, right? It like did it in real time. I have, the message right here. The text message that just came through. What I think is really, really cool about this product is there are so many products out there on the marketplace today that involve so much technology, so much tech, so much setup. We've joked about it before when we did like the smart yoga mat. I was like, what? I set it up in like 2 seconds. I love products where the setup is nice and simple and easy, and I don't need 47 apps connecting to each other. This product doesn't even use an app. It just gives you a straight up text message when a motion has been detected. And this is great for, for me at the office. So I know when I work out of the house, so my kids come home in about 30 minutes from now, they'll all be home and they're rushing by the door. And this, it kind of serves 2 purposes. One, now I'm getting movement detected every like 10 seconds because it's really good at what it does. It's a great sensor. I know when the kids are about to interrupt me, right? So if I'm on a Zoom call, something like that. 2 is it almost like serves as like a signal to say like, hey, dad's watching. He knows when you're coming, so you can't sneak up on him. And I love that it just is. It's a high tech but low tech product at the same time, and really, really cool. I know, Marcy, you were thinking about ways that you could use this with college students in the dorm and like all kinds of unique ways. So what did you think about this product?
Well, I thought it was very cool, and some of you know that I'm an inventor myself, and so actually there's been a product for many years that I've been toying with bringing to market, and the name of it was Liquor Locker. And so if you're seeing there, right there on the screen, that's one of the uses for it. Is when I think of, I've got 3 teenage kids, and well, one's two are past teenage now. But the thought of, we do have a little bar with the liquor cabinet in it, and I just think of the kids trying to get in there at some point in their lives, and wouldn't it be smart to be able to put a lock on that door so that they can't get in there, and I don't have to worry about them getting in there? Just kind of peace of mind. Well, when I saw the Keeney, I thought, brilliant, this does it in such a great way. I love that it really serves almost more as a deterrent. So I will be putting this on that liquor cabinet of mine. And I think just with my kids seeing it there, if they were thinking about sneaking in there at all, they wouldn't do it because they're seeing that and they know mom is going to get alerted immediately when that happens. And like you, Greg, I love the simplicity of it. It's just going to come up on my phone and the kids are going to know that. I also have something that is called the oh gosh, what's it called? Cell locker. Yeah, cell locker. And it's this cute little jail for cell phones. And I get at my wits' end with the kids on their cell phones. And so sometimes I take all their phones and I put it into the cell, what did I call it? Cell locker. But it does not have a great lock on it. And so the kids can get in there and get their cell phones right out. And it just, that makes mom very upset. This can be used on the cell locker so that I will know if they're, getting near it and want to take their cell phones. I saw a video of someone using it on the cookie jar, like even things like that, these little, just kind of a deterrent of, I said, don't, you've had enough sweets for the night. You put that on the cookie jar. And if someone comes near it and tries to sneak their hand in there and get a cookie, you're going to know. So I think it's brilliant. And there's people on YouTube talking about it in terms of gun safes. And I mean, that is a big concern of parents, but really everybody. So having this as part of your gun safe, so that number one, it's a deterrent, but number two, if there is somebody ever getting close to that. And so it does come with this tether that you're seeing here, and that's what you're seeing there with the cabinet there. But it also comes with these Velcro 3M stickers, so you can also stick it on to whatever it is that you're not wanting people to go into. So I know another big thing, another place that people want to deter people from going into is medicine cabinets. We have so many medications these days, and it can be downright dangerous if somebody gets in there and doesn't know the right dosage and all of that. And many can go far beyond that, as we know, and sadly we hear about these days. So I really appreciate the fact that this can go right onto a medicine cabinet and you are alerted if someone's trying to get in there. So really smart invention. I love that it's a husband and wife team. That is so fun to be doing that together. And I love that you guys are in here chatting with us. So thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. And yes, one of the founders is saying a jail for cell phones. Ha ha ha. Yep, I have a jail for cell phones. It fits 6 cell phones actually. And I love bringing it out. I'll put it on the dining room table and everybody puts their phone in and they just stare at it and wait, like the clock is ticking. They can't wait to get back at it.
I love that breakdown. And as you were talking about it, like just so many use cases like coming to mind. Like I can even see like teachers. Do you have something in your classroom? Maybe your grade book, right? Do you want to have like someone like from that standpoint? Obviously, maybe if you're a boss, do you have files like maybe employment files or just things that you don't want your team maybe getting into? Maybe if you're working in like a warehouse, things like that, like where the keys are, just different things. Obviously at home, if you have like a passport drawer or those types of documents, that could be really important to have something like this in. I loved in some of the photos that I was sharing as you were talking, people just have it in drawers, which I think is super cool. Just putting it into drawers. The founders are jumping in with an Airbnb with a room that's locked and you don't want people in there. People are nosy, right? Like they're going to, excuse me, like look at those types of things. And so I love this. One other thing I wanted to show really quickly. Again, love founders. I love that it's the husband and wife, and they have a really cool video on their page. When you hit the QR code, hit the our story, the about us part, watch the video from the two of them. They are so cool. Love how they invented this, why they invented this as parents, creating a safe environment for their family. These are like the cool stories that we love to showcase here on Grommet. Let me get that QR code back on the screen. And, again, peace of mind, 20% off, takes it from $65 to $52. Amazing job that you guys did. And I could see this again. Could it be a gift? It could be something for yourself. Teachers' gifts coming up, like all kinds of fun things. So super cool. And just love what you guys have built here.
I have to throw in one more little tip that I remembered somebody talking about, and I thought that's a really great idea. If you are a parent and your kids love video games and you really want sort of a timeout from those video games, that you could put this on the video game itself or on the controller. And so again, a deterrent is mom's going to know if you even think about playing that video game right now when you're not supposed to be doing that. So I can my wheels are spinning with all the different ways to use it. So what a great idea that makes it easy to parent hands off a little bit better.
Yeah, hit that QR code, help these guys move up the charts here on Grommet and get one for yourself. Thank you guys so much for being here. Safe travels as you go around the airport today. And thank you guys for being a part of Grommet Live. We've got 2 more for you here today. We're going to jump into one of, it's probably, it's got a place in my heart because I want these guys to win so bad. Not just at Grommet, but just an incredible founder, a great story. This is Kanga Coolers and their Casemate Woody 12-pack. I'm obsessed with this thing. It actually goes on my shelf over here, and it's like a blank spot now. But I take this with me everywhere, to the beach. I take this with me if I'm going to a friend's house just to hang out. I use it on New Year's Eve, to baseball games, not with beer in it, but with water in it. If you guys know me, I drink a ton of water. I drink liquid death water because, just because I like to pay $4 for a can of water. But this keeps your beverages, your canned beverages, cold with no ice. Because who want, it's 2024. Why do we need to go to 7-Eleven and buy a bag of ice for everywhere that we go? Big fan of what Kanga Coolers is doing. They were also on Shark Tank. I don't think they did a deal on Shark Tank, but we're on Shark Tank.
Aren't they with
cool.
Mark?
Maybe they did. Maybe they just didn't do it with Mark. Maybe that's what I missed on that one. But yeah, so Marcy, I know we wanted to bring these guys back. They were a very early participant in Grommet Live, and we wanted to showcase them here again today. Tell me a little bit about Kanga Coolers and what excites you about these guys.
Well, I just got to go see them. I saw them. They didn't see me. They did see me, but they didn't know who I was, I don't think. But I saw them at the PGA show. And they were so much fun. They were kind of just the light of the show. They were walking around in these big jumpers with their Kanga Coolers. So that was super fun to see them. I wanted to introduce myself and I just never got to do it. But so I love, and Greg, you were talking about how the Meteor was a college project. And I believe that is also true of the Kanga. I know that it was developed in college, fraternity guys. I believe it's Clemson. Am I right on that?
I am pulling that up right now. But yes, college project to fight warm beer. Yeah. I mean, in college, of course, that's the project.
What's more important than that? Yeah, and then it just kind of took on a life of its own. And their video that you're showing right there, I've watched it a few different times, and I had my kids watch it. It's so much fun. It really captures who these guys are. They're having so much fun on this journey, and it really is so smart. And they've done and it's evolved over time. They've added features based on customer feedback, like even the opening of it with the magnet. That is a fairly new feature, I think, and that's a really nice feature. It's very well done. But the fact that you can go to the park, to the beach, to a ball game, whatever it is, have ice cold beverages without ice, because we all know what the ice weighs, and that's not fun to carry that around. But also we know what it's like when the ice melts, and that's never fun either. So what a great solution. And on their website, and I hope I get the name of it right, I think it's called the Ice Block maybe. And basically it's a can, just like a beer can or a soda can. And it is actually something that you freeze. So it is actually ice itself. So when you drink your first beer or your first soda or whatever it is, then you have a blank spot in here and you put that inside. And so that's going to even extend the length of how long it stays cold. That was not good wording, but you guys know what I mean. So anyway, I thought that was a really smart addition, and it's just fun imagining these guys, their wheels are spinning and they're thinking of ways to grow it. But I do love what a great gift it makes. I am actually going to be bringing this to the Super Bowl party I'm going to as a gift, because I thought that was kind of a fun little Super Bowl thing. So, but I always struggle with trying to think of gifts for my son and his friends, and that, kind of boys are a little tough for me. And I think Kanga Cooler is just a brilliant gift to give really to anybody. But and they do have so many cool colors, and like this looks like it's wood. It's obviously not, but they have a lot of, things like that. So they've done such a great job. Really, really love this
A
product.
couple specs on this: 7 hours with no ice. It fits a standard 12 pack, so a 12 pack of cans, which could be beers or it could be sodas. As I said, the liquid deaths that are the taller cans, so like even like Monster Energy drinks, things like that, those would fit perfectly in here. 7 hours without ice. It's also like water resistant. You saw a lot of this, like people like bringing this out on their paddle boards or their kayaks, things like that. So waterproof, just really, really cool. And again, great Grommet discount from $44.95 to $35.96. If you get out your phone, hit that QR code. As Marcy said, this could be something really cool for a gift. We got spring break coming up. We got summer coming up. Maybe save this into your My Votes as the perfect present. Graduation gift for someone going off to college. I don't know if we, maybe not off to college, maybe graduating college is the more appropriate way to say that. But
you can put anything you want in there.
Yep. Father's Day coming up. Great Father's Day gift. But really, really cool product. Love what these guys are doing. So congrats to Kanga Coolers and Casemate, which brings us to our final item of the day, who is actually number one on this week's launch list. It's only been about 24 hours, but these guys are off to a huge lead, and it is a really, really cool product. So let me pull up the little QR code here. It is the Soap Anchor. And what is interesting about these guys, I'm going to talk about the product in a second, but as I was going back and forth with them, one of the things that they're very into is the product itself is very simple, but what they stand for is really cool, is that all of us, and myself included, we all probably use liquid soap, right? In the shower, right? Body wash, things like that. We've gotten away from bar soap. And what they've said is that has increased the amount of plastic that we're putting into the environment by like 100x. Like they have better stats than that, but by a very exponential margin, more plastics in, a lot of waste, a lot of just the products and the chemicals and things that are putting into it. When we could go back to bar soap, but bar soap, like we know it, right? It gets grimy and grungy, and you got to put it onto the little soap rack, and it's not super clean, even though it's soap and it should be clean. Well, these guys created this Soap Anchor that goes on the wall in your shower. And they sent me this. First, they sent me a package that just came with this. And I was like, why did they send me a people? I was like, oh, for demonstration purposes. This is amazing, right? It like took me a minute. But pretend this is the wall of your shower. The Soap Anchor just goes up against the wall, and you just put your soap onto the side, and as it fell off. But it's been super sturdy. I have this. So this is the demo bar that I have here, and it just goes in. It's better if it's a little wet. Right now, mine's obviously not wet because it's been at my desk now for the last hour or so. But this is super cool to eliminate the waste that comes with liquid soap, and it keeps your soap anchored to the wall, and it keeps it from getting all grimy and grungy and all of this good stuff. We've had some really cool soap brands on Grommet Live. We've had Ball Boy soap, we've had Surly soap, and my son, big fan of Ball Boy soap. It's a soap made for young athletes. But in the shower, he does his thing, and he like just chucks it on the ground, and then it's gross everywhere, right? Like now he's picking it up, and there's soap, like all of this. Soap Anchor solves this problem. Really cool product, very inexpensive, good for the environment, good for you. Big fan of what these guys are doing. They're off to a huge lead this week in the ranks. And so love what they're up to. And Marcy, I'll turn it over to you for a second. But yeah, these guys are in the chat right now. So if you have questions about what they're up to, please make sure you jump them into the chat right now. But congrats to Soap Anchor. Great head start, and really, really cool product.
And I want to give kudos to Soap Anchor, because you guys are one of the first ones that has ever sent Greg and I a demo kind of package, which was so smart. When it showed up, because I've been doing live shopping for so long, and I know how important it is to be able to demo a product. So that was so smart of you guys to send this, because it really does make it so easy. And they even sent us the soap to go with it. So to show how simple it is just to put that on like that. The other thing they sent was, because how many times does your soap get down to the nitty gritty? There's like nothing left, but you want to salvage it anyway. And now, of course, I'm not going to get into it. Okay, let me open it up. So they even sent me a little chip of soap, which you've seen that before. You know how that goes. And so you can take it and go this way and put it on the 2 pins. And so you can even salvage that. And I want to say at first, guys, and this, I'm just being honest. I always want to be honest on our Grommet lives, and that is that I thought I don't know how I feel about this because I'm not a big bar soap person. I actually am quite grossed out by bar soap for lots of different reasons. So I thought this isn't for me. But as I always do, I start doing research. I look at reviews. I let my wheels spin a little bit about the product, and then before I know it, I am locked and sold on the product. And I really feel that way about Soap Anchor. And let me tell you why. Number one, I think and please chime in the chat and let me know if you agree, with soap, it does get so slimy and yucky. And I see it sitting there in a pool of gunk and I just don't even want to touch it. And then the thought of, I don't know how many people share your shower, but all these other people using the same soap kind of grosses me out too. But our producer Jen brought up the idea of it would be so cool to have one for each person that uses the shower, and each person has their own soap that they put on there. And it virtually eliminates all of the muckiness of soap that is really, and I'm quite certain it's the reason we've gone away from bar soap. Because when you think about it, bar soap is going to save you so much money over what we spend on the body shampoos and things like that. Bar soap many times is the best kind of soap, but we just don't want to use it because it's so gross. Soap Anchor solves that completely, which is the very reason why they are topping the charts of this week's product launch. They're also on the trending page. So clearly this is resonating. I love when a product is so stinking simple, yet so stinking smart all at the same time. And that's kind of a good little pun there because soap helps stink. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's just this little plastic thing. It's got the adhesive on the back like that. So you're just going to peel this away. You want to make sure that the wall or the window or whatever you're putting it on is really, really clean. And once you've done that, and even I would, in fact, I used the rubbing alcohol on mine just to, a little added. And then you peel this away and you just stick it right there. And this is always there. And so when you're done using the soap, you're just going to affix it just like that. And it's going to stay there until the next time you want to use it. And any yuckiness is just going to drip down onto the ground. So it's going to make your soap last longer. It's really, really smart. Good job, guys. And Ben is in the chat and James is in the chat. Ben, good to see you. Ben is another one of our brands. He invented the Rider's Glove, which is so cool. And he's saying bar soap plus washcloth is great when you have kids since they pour out liquid soap. It's so true. Liquid soap gets so wasted. I get so frustrated with that because I buy these big honking things and they're gone before I know it. And that's exactly why. I just know that they're just, so much pumping a whole bunch out when they only need one. So yeah, I think it's a big money saver for sure, but also just, I think it's going to help have us kind of reimagining bar soap. And my daughter uses bar soap on her face and it sits on the bathroom counter and it just makes a mess everywhere. So I'm putting this on the wall next to her sink. And so that's what, that's how she's going to be using it. And you're seeing all different ways it's being used. So smart.
Yeah, this photo gallery is incredible because you're just seeing so many different places to put it. Like, where do I put it? Why do my shower is different than that shower? So just love this. The other thing that's super interesting, you and I didn't cover, is also next to sinks, right? So you're seeing it here next to the sink and it just sits there. There was another sink. Here's another sink where you're hiding the bar, like right here. And then there was another one that was like kind of underneath on this side. So I thought, man, they just did such a great job. Like, I think one thing that all makers can learn from Soap Anchor is how to demo the product, how to show off the product. How do you, get people to understand what it is that you've created and how people can use it in their own life. And I think that's one of the cool things about live shopping. Marcy and I are always trying to figure out, like, well, how would I use this? How could a friend use this? How could a family member use this? And so as a maker, we know a lot of makers watch these shows. The more ways you can show off your product, the better, because you want the shopper to envision themselves, oh, my shower looks like that. Or, I don't have a white shower. I don't know if I want a white device on my shower. Well, boom, they've got gray showers and black showers and blue showers and like using the product. And so kudos to Soap Anchor. I think you guys are doing a great job. You guys are promoting super hard this week. Again, inexpensive item, $14.99 makes it $11.99 with your Grommet discount. Go order a 3-pack, a 5-pack for the house. How many bathrooms do you have? How many people in your family use a different bar? I love the idea, Marcy, you said, of like, if it's husband and wife, like you have 2 in that bathroom, you have 2 kids, maybe 2 in that bathroom. Everybody has their own individual soap. But Soap Anchor, what a cool way to end the show today. Really love what they are doing. And then, yeah, just a lot of people chiming in about like what I talked about earlier, less plastic waste when you use soap bars and all of that good stuff. So great job to everybody this week. Love this group that we had this week. What a fun
I
group.
do too. And it was a good mix too, kind of all over the board, but all so handy and helpful and fun. Really,
Well,
I love all these
this
products so
is
much.
your last chance to join the giveaway. Let me get that back up there. There it is. Woo! Jen behind the scenes is super fast, faster than I was. You can use that QR code, enter the giveaway. The cool thing is if you're entering right now and maybe, you know, it's right at the end of the show, it goes on to next week as well. So your name will still be there. And then blow up the chat. Say, I want to win something. What do you want to win? Do you want to win a soap anchor? Do you want to win a Kini wireless motion sensor? Do you want to win a meteor ball? Like, what do you want to win? Let us know in the chat. What was your favorite product that we talked about here today? Don't be shy. You don't hurt anybody's feelings. I mean, I think that's it's not a zero-sum game. Just because you say that you love the soap anchor the best doesn't mean you didn't like the casemate or the meteor ball or the Kini. Like they can all be cool, but you can't have a favorite, and that's okay. It is okay.
And you and I always do. That's how we do our giveaways, is we both pick a favorite of the show. And so that's okay. Because I do think you're right, Greg. I think some people hesitate to say it because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But think of what that does for the person that you are saying that you love their product. So it just, these virtual ways of giving somebody, kind of a job well done thumbs up are so appreciated by the makers and the inventors. And that's what I love about the new Grommet is the upvoting, the fact that that's the way that we can tell them we love what they're doing. So it's fun every week to see that and to watch kind of the competition that goes on Grommet. It's really great.
Absolutely. So I like to reward people who are working hard for Grommet, right? Who are doing all the things that they're supposed to do and who make my life easier. These guys have made my life easier. They created an amazing page. They're out promoting. They shot a cool maker video. So many good maker videos this week too, by the way. But I want to reward these guys for their efforts. So we are going to give away a soap anchor. Someone's going to try this out, put this in their bathroom. And the cool thing, they're going to get one. They're going to see how cool it is. And then they're going to order 3 more, 5 more, whatever they need for their bathroom. So Bernie, the whole team over at Soap Anchor, great job this week. It's early on. Doesn't mean they're going to win product of the week at the end of the week, but you're off to a very, very good start. Jen, behind the scenes, you're giving Marcy the winner of our final giveaway today. Who's going home with a soap anchor?
Well, I always love it when somebody wins that is on live with us, and that is the case. So is it you? Could be you. But it's only you if your name is Susie Spiro.
Ooh,
congratulations, Susie. And I think I saw Susie say giveaway in the chat. So I am happy you won, Susie. You are going to love your soap anchor. And if you don't mind, I'm curious, Susie, would you tell us in the chat if you are a soap user? I'm so curious how many people use bar soap still or not, or is it something that if you're not a soap user, are you guys willing to maybe go back to soap because there's a solution like this? So let us know in the chat. And the other thing about the chat I want to mention, I love after the show when, at the end of the day, when I have time, I go back onto Facebook or YouTube or whatever, and I read all the chats and I respond later. So you might, if you're in the chat, you might get responses from me later and think, why is this so delayed? And it's not delayed. It's because I just don't have time when we're live necessarily to always chime in. But I love reading every single one of them and going back and answering. So anyway, Susie says, yay, thank you. And yes, she still uses bar soap. Well, then you are going to love it.
Very cool. Last thing for the day, we showcase 6 products here live today on Grommet Live. There are 20 products that launched yesterday. There's some amazing products that we didn't get to talk about. These Pandair shoes, they're expandable footwear. If you have wide feet, they're shoes that actually expand to fit your width. So cool. Rapid storage. These guys have been on Grommet forever, and they just launched a brand new product, the Mag Snap. These really cool eye masks. We got Kini here, who we talked about earlier. Man, this kitchen knife, super cool. Definitely want to try this one out. Handbag handcuff. They're a Grommet alumni. They've been with Grommet for a really long time. Headlight harness just launched their 2nd product on the platform. A little bidet here, which is super cool. Bactose, if you're lactose tolerant, if you want to have some dairy, a really cool product there. Rogue Industries, these guys have been on Grommet since literally day one, 15, 16 years. They have been on Grommet, and they just launched their second product since the new platform launched. Love those guys. Such cool stuff that we did this week. But yeah, 20 new products. Go check them all out. We're close to now 500 products that we've launched on Grommet since we launched the new platform at the end of August. And yeah, and I just love doing this every week. Marcy and I get to have fun, talk to the inventors, talk to the makers, and talk to you guys about all the cool things happening. So head to thegrommet.com, upvote your favorites, and then come back Tuesday night. You doing it again Tuesday night?
I am. Tuesday, February 13th. We are back with another Women Invented show, and there's some awesome, awesome items. And on every one of the shows, something that we don't do in Grommet Live that we're doing on those shows is I'm bringing a couple of the inventors on with me, which is what we did last time, so that you can actually hear their story and, you know, what were the challenges and what have been the successes. And so being able to talk and interact with them directly, it was a ton of fun last week. We're doing it again this week. The following week, I am taking off because I'm going to be on that cruise using my Earth Lounger and bringing my meteor ball so that I am stress-free the whole time. And then I get back and I'll be doing February 27th, another Women Invented show, and we are continuing with our shows. And then we had so many women inventors wanting to put their products on that we added a show in March. So we're doing March 5th, another Women Invented. So thank you to the Grommet for letting me really shine a light on these ladies. So well deserved. The products are all awesome and their stories are incredible.
Love it. Yeah.
So
tune in, check the Grommet's Facebook page, YouTube account, and the email. We actually have emails going out this week for letting you guys know all about that. Yo, I see your comment. I will reach out to you sometime this afternoon. If not this afternoon, then on Monday morning. Thank you guys so much for being here, Marcy. Thank you as always. Thanks to Jen, our producer behind the scenes, and all the makers who were here live today. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you Tuesday and Friday next week for some more Grommet Live. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.